Ladies and gentlemen, what we witnessed here in week 1 of XFL football was not dominance. It was not abuse. It was an overall offense. It was a federal offense. The Tampa Bay Vipers play off against the New York Guardians week 1 of the XFL regular season, and the defense was so dominant they kind of put the lowest scoring game for the Tampa Bay Vipers that were, hyped into acclaim. But Quentin Flowers only got only 5 targets, and only got 34 yards over his carries. Quentin Flowers also only had 1 out of 2 completions, and 1 only got chucked up for 37 yards, while Aaron Murray threw like 2 picks down the red zone. He got snuffed so hard by the defense. So hard. It was so sad. It was so sad. But Glenham went 15 of 29, 50 with a 52-yard pass. Well, no, it was a 52 completion percentage, went 182 off the field with a passing touchdown down the red zone. There was one time it was so edged up the gap over the pass blocking. It allowed him to throw, I think it was over to McKay or Pearson, for like a 41-yard bomb before the second half ended. It was so sad. It was so sad to see the Vipers that were so hyped up. Aaron Murray, Tolliver, Ronnie Horn, Thompson that only had 1 catch, that only got targeted once. There was also Patrick that only got targeted 3 times, but dropped either a pass. The Vipers were nearly stuffed up the backfield so many times. All I could say is the Guardians, that now I support, since the start of this league, it shows how threatening their defense could be, and I was so shocked. I really was so shocked. Because I thought this would be a back and forth. Aaron Murray would play down, try to chuck up some red zone bombs, but all they had was a field goal, like in I think third or fourth quarter. McLuhan was through. He got a touchdown. Down the red zone, simple bomb, follow a streak route. It felt like the secondary couldn't do anything. The leading tackles for the Vipers was only 3. No, like 5 tackles. With very few tackles for loss when it came from the Guardians attacking from the gut. And it was sad, really. Because I had high expectations for at least one shootout. The most enticing game the entire season was pretty much the first game of the season, with the defenders, snuffing their competition. The Wildcats played incredibly down to their composition, and they got snuffed. Sorry, that was my phone. And now we just see the Vipers. Oh, wow. Just week 1. Just week 1. I mean, for the rule format of most of this year, I think it's a decent format. Mikel McKay I think he caught a catch. He got like 1 catch down from McLuhan. That was a former Raiders quarterback. No, it was from Pearson. McKay did get some big catches, though. The O-line somewhat, had the time to widen the gap for McKay. Gotta say the Vipers receiver did do well. that he went for 123. It was I have to say it was entertaining seeing the Vipers absolutely fall down to their competition. It was just sad. It was sad. Whew. There was also another game. The St. Louis Battlehawks faced off against the Dallas Renegades for week 1, final game of the week. And it was as entertaining as you think it sounds from my voice. Jordan Tamo played all right. He came from Auburn. He only had one touchdown pass. He had a 31-yard carry down from the fourth quarter. I think the third or fourth quarter. They kind of helped their team get into the red zone. The Battlehawks just continued to pressure up the quarterback that was Nielsen, that was with a pretty good percentage, but it was down checkdowns or either passes down the flats. As longest he did was a 21-yard pass, and he went for only 209. The best part, 3 receivers went for over 25 yards. Did that help the Renegades win? Absolutely not. I think if they had Landry Jones actually healthy, because he's ready for week 2, he's not ready for week 1. I think this would be a more enticing game to prepare for. But we had Nielsen, that was highly anticipated as a reliable second string. And he puts up an average yardage. He threw a pick. Barely can get play calling done. I think it was worst play calling, and they just utilized the punt. Marquette King, MVP of the night. Great play calling over the punt, and he is so accurate over the plays, and there were so many butterfingers over special teams. The game was just amateuristic at best, and it just made the guys that had more pro football experience, like Marquette King, to take advantage. So the prime players of the night was, I guess, Philip Nelson. I want to say Flynn Nigel, because he is the leading receiver. He went for 43 of catching all of his targets. There was Perholm that only caught 4 of his 6 targets, 6 attempts. Everybody got a catch. Bennett, the run game was so stuffed up the wall. They just knew how to cover blitz. I just hated the way they went for trying to get in-game interviews. So they even had an intercom conversation with the head coach while he's still on the field, and it wasn't even halftime yet. I guess that's an innovative way for the XFL to, get in interviews. There was also a time over the Wildcats when they were getting snuffed by the Houston Roughnecks. There was one time there was a pick six, and the female interviewer was trying to get a talk to the defender, and oh god, it was just so sad. She didn't even have a chance to say anything. But this is only the first part. This is only the second part of my recap on the week 1 of the XFL thing. It's only 2 games a weekend. So you'll have 2 games on Saturday, you'll have 2 games on Sunday. So I think this is more better to refresh. If I were you, I would watch the XFL games. If you miss football, go ahead, watch it. It wasn't as cringe as everybody takes it out to be. I think there's still like some bugs that needs to be done. The ruling, I think, was a bit shoddy in how they even get punt returns. Pat McAfee, he did have some clear takes over the interview and like sucking the of Marquette King over, just doing what the coach asked him to do. And he was just ranting and raving and nearly jinxed over a Battlehawks recovery over a dropped punt from the Renegades receiver. So that just went badly. Entirely. And everybody dropped the football. Nearly everybody did. This was not the most enticing game offensively. There was stints, but that was pretty much it. Other than that, eh, if you want to watch if you want to watch just to see how the XFL is, I would say watch this. Not that bad. Not that bad at football. Hopefully they try to, I get to see more high-scoring games come week 2. But watchable, fast-paced. The ruling gets a bit confusing over completion passes. The Renegade game against the Battlehawk was a bit more exciting than the Guardians just snuffing of the Vipers. So that's coming from me. I was a bit busy with homework, so couldn't get highly more play on play than I was with Super Bowl. So hopefully you guys take that to heart, and this is just my take on the XFL game. So thank you for watching.